True Life Stories back with another live. If you ain't subbed up, make sure you hit that button. Hit that like button at that. While you subbing up, hit that like button. You feel me? Because yeah, get jump in the algorithm. Keep this algorithm jumping. Okay. Uh, I got a good one today. This is, like I told you, the more I dive into this, I understood the movement from the jump. That's just, as a black man here in Mariago, you feel me? I understand things. I just understand and I see it, and you feel me? And if it seems real, I'm with it. I'm with it, especially when it's my people. You feel me? I could say everybody is my people, but at the same time, especially when it's like my people, like because we done been through a lot, bro. We've been through a lot, so yeah. What's up with it? What's up with it? Yeah, man. We gonna keep this thing going, bro. And we about to jump into this one because, like, I heard a couple of people talking, you know, about FBA. And I'm like going, if other people understand, it's like I don't get it how well, I can get it, because you're not gonna understand when it seems like it's something coming towards you. You feel me? Especially when we start separating from everybody, bro. I'm telling you, it drives the world crazy. It drives the world crazy. But on that note, we just gonna jump right in and jump into some of these videos. I thank everybody that created these videos that we be watching because it be breaking down a lot of different things, give a better understanding of what's going on as we look into this. So like as you come in here, make sure you hit that like button. We're gonna start it up. We're gonna start with Cameron. You feel me? Killer Cam, you feel me? We're gonna start off with Cameron.
I'd rather feeling black than African American. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
And Americans do?
Well, you're American, Mace. You're born American. When you go to the Olympics, and when I say African American, you go over there, they call us Yankees and all that. They fuck with us, but we're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a black American. When we go to the Olympics as a country, and somebody black is fighting from the United States, you don't say African American, you say American. You don't even put a color on it. It's an American fighter fighting a European fighter, or China or Japanese or anything. You're known in the Olympics as an American. It doesn't matter what color you are. You're an American fighting against somebody from Cameroon or Senegal, whatever. The point being is they don't categorize it when it's world competition, but when it's other shit, it needs to be categorized. So I consider myself a black American. I don't consider myself African American. And shout.
He said, I consider myself a black American. You feel me? Like, which is like I think all of us kind of do that. You feel me? Now we're gonna jump to the boy Trick Daddy. You feel me? OG Trick Daddy.
That. All y'all other, I'm trying to figure out how Afro get in front of my mother race. I ain't never been to Afro color. I never been to Africa. Afro or Africa. Never been there. I'm not from Africa. I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City in the Poker Bean Project. I ain't never went to Africa. Ain't thinking about going there. And I heard it's a beautiful place. Yeah. And I know it's the motherland, yes. But not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land.
Man.
American real true land is right here in the U.S. soil. My mama can't tell me not one story about Africa. My grandma ain't never tell me one story about
this.
Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. All I know is all the African people I know and run into, they think they better than us over here. So what you worry about me saying that I'm not African? I'm just American. What's wrong with you? Got a problem? Fuck your podcast. Fuck your shit. Don't bring my name up. I don't know you, so I'm not bringing you And I'm still not saying you name. So what the fuck you mean? This your show you can talk about. You got my name in your mouth. Both of you looking like and I'm with the shit. I don't care how old I am. We about the same age. Oh y'all, but Africa this. Ain't there one of you trying to go back to Africa? Who trying to go back to Africa? Everybody come over here to America, talk about, cause back at home, cause back in my country, take your back to your country. I'm from America. They can't deport me. It is.
Oh shit, bro. I told you we got some that like, you know, be trying to be cool about it. Then you got other ones, they just gonna flash and give it to you. You feel me? Period. Like, you know, shit, take your ass back. If it's so good over there. Like,
I just put this short out here so you guys can hear these brothers standing on business. Check this out.
Let me make the distinction or the delineation. I'm a foundational Black American. My mama Black, my daddy Black. I did not come from any place other than here. I don't go to Jamaica and speak on what's happening in the grill. I do not go to Ghana and speak what's happening in Ghana. I do not go to Nigeria and talk about what's happening in Lagos because it's none of my business. It is not my place. When you come over here from the Caribbean, from Africa, from South America, whichever type of Black that you are, you get an immigrant experience. You do not have 400 years of chattel slavery hanging over your head. You do not know anything about Jim Crow, and you do not understand what is happening to us directly. You catch a little bit of an incident here and there because you look like us. So I'm gonna need everybody who's not a foundational Black American to stay the hell out of my conversation, understand it's not your place, and realize that we have things to do.
Battleground between foundationally Black Americans, descendants of people who've been here for generations, some beyond the slave trade, some of us have been here for thousands of years, and then those of us who just got here recently. And what a lot of the FBA people are doing is they're doing a necessary task, I believe, even though I'm not engulfed into the community. Who doing it? Tariq is a part of it in a way, but there's a lot of people involved with it. And it basically is a matter of identity, like meaning that all the things that we've sacrificed and fought for in this country, other people of African descent that are more recent to this country or have been able to benefit from it without the sacrifice. Right now, people are drawing a line in the sand and saying, hey, man, you can't come here claiming to be Black, but not have any of the blood, sweat, and tears, and also not fall in line with what we're trying to accomplish. You can't undermine what we've built in this country, which has been a very, 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 very big problem for at least the last 100 years. Us paving the way, dying, fighting, going against the system, drawing a line in the sand and really trying to do things that could progressively benefit us. And then they play with immigration and allow others to come into the country and benefit from something that they're not willing to sacrifice anything for. As a matter of fact, a lot of them have left their countries where they should be staying and fighting and have come here where it's easier because we've already paved the way.
Is it me or does it seem like the woman sitting next to him has a disagreeable expression on her face?
Angela,
I know we can't really always go by facial expressions. Some people have that resting B face. I'm not saying she has that, but
she always
I was
like
looking at not just her facial expression, but, you know, looking to see if she nodded her head at certain things he said, or she raised her eyebrows or opened her eyes. You know, some things that you do or show when you're in agreement with what someone says or when you're not. Okay. Peace. I just put.
I'm not gonna hold you. I always like Corey Holcomb as a comedian. All right, that's always. You feel me? And as a celebrity, when you up there, you gonna go through shit. Shit gonna happen. That's just part of their thing. But I had to play that. I had to.
You said something earlier in an answer where you said that you talk about native Blacks. And so that clearly sounds as if you are delineating native Blacks versus someone that comes here from Bermuda or Jamaica or wherever they may they may come from that is Black.
That's right.
And the purpose of that is what? Because you're on the surface, it would be like, hey, everybody here that's Black gets treated a certain way. Why are you making that delineation?
That is an excellent point. You know why? Because you see, those people coming in from Jamaica or coming in from Africa, they have not been treated like Black folk in this country. That's the first thing. And secondly, historically, they haven't had those historical experiences. They come in here voluntarily. When they come in here, they bring some cultural aspects from Africa.
Y'all hit that like button.
They can go back anytime they want. But the Black people in this country are exceptional people. Nobody's been mistreated, maltreated like them. Black folk are exception. They're the only people that came here forcefully. One. Two, they're the only people that denied their humanity. Three, they were the only people denied a right to enjoy the fruits of their labor.
And they
Four,
be
they were the
making
only
jokes
people
about
denied the
that
right to
shit.
participate in government. Five, they were the only people denied the right to vote. Six, they were the only people denied the right to have an education. Seven, they were the only people denied the right to have a business. Eight, they were the only people that participated in every war that this country has had since its founding, but whose mother country has never been against this country. All those immigrants come from countries where they fought America, and they came in. And the seven, that they are the oldest and most patriotic people in the country. Not the Confederates in the South. They're not the most patriotic people waving the Confederate flag. The most patriotic people in this country are black people, native blacks, because you see 99% of all those blacks have been direct descendants of slaves. They've been here before 99% of all the other people ever arrived in this country. They are special people. And because they're special people, they need to be recognized, appreciated, and reparated for what they've done in this country and building this country. They're the ones that built the bridges, the roads, cut the timber and the trees, and cleared the land, raised the tobacco, cotton, indigo. They're the people that fought and raised in every war to protect this country. The people coming from Africa or coming from Jamaica didn't. They came here voluntarily. And the most important point on this is if you lump them with black folk, then you give the dominant white society a justification to say we don't owe black folk anything. Mm-hmm. Because you see, the blackness that's native, the blackness, black people's blackness is more than just color. It is their heritage, it's their history, it's their code of conduct, and more importantly, it is their badge of honor, and it's what it symbolizes the indebtedness that this country has to them. This country does not have an indebtedness to people coming from Africa. They only have an indebtedness to people coming in from the Bahamas. If you lump black folk in there, you deprive black folk of the benefit, the debt that's owed them. Don't do that.
Do not.
You are spitting fire.
Fire.
One thing I'm really happy about when it comes to delineation is before we started delineating, non-FBAs and tethers can say, I'm black. If they did dirt or if they did something wrong, they can easily just say I'm black. But then they used to turn around, and when they did something positive, when they made something of themselves or graduated or got married, they would say, I'm African or I'm Caribbean. Now, whether you accomplish things in life or rather you commit crimes and do low down dirty things, you have to say that you are African and Jamaican. Why? Because black is not enough. Okay, we understand you black, but you ain't FBA. That's what we know. Hey, you ain't FBA. And it's funny because the dude is saying it now too. You ain't FBA.
You not.
One thing I'm really happy.
Look, it's another video over here. Okay, this is what this dude was explaining. He was explaining that right here in this video.
Hello guys, this is Cameron here, aka Dragon Camp 13. If this is uploaded to my YouTube or Franco Swiss Creole, if this is uploaded to my much more clearer and I can actually hear things. That's irritating, but the current topic is how Pan-Africanism ruined the brains and logic of American
What's
blacks.
up, Master Creator?
Well, I'm pretty sure quite a few of you already know who Myron Gaines is, aka Ambrul, whatever his last name is. I forgot what his last name is. Like his real name is like Ambrul something. It's like an Arabic name because he's like a Sudani Arab. While in the case of the other person I want to mention is Johnny Somali, who's not even actually a Somali. He literally chose that stage name just to make Somalis look bad. In reality, he's like of Ethiopian and Yemeni descent because he said his dad is half, then he referred to himself as half Yemeni. And honestly, from how I see it, he's still of mixed Ethiopian, Oromo, and Yemeni Arab descent. The problem is American blacks keep trying to group these people with American blacks and try to call people who do that in FBA, aka Foundational Black American. I met those types before. Those types are range, and I'm not an FBA the last time I checked. By stating the obvious, because tribalism exists for a reason.
Man.
Johnny, like I already mentioned, Johnny Somali's ethnicity. In the case of Myron Gaines, aka Ambru, he's literally Sudani Arab. He is considered Arab in Sudan. His parents speak Arab natively. His culture is Arabic because he's not one of the Nubians, aka the average Sudani in like Central Sudan. He's not one of the blacks of Darfur. If anything, the Sudanese who identify the same as him and look as him, the Sudanese of the Arab tribes, they're literally genociding people in the Darfur region as we speak. They literally have a word for sub-Saharan Africans, which is like the Arabic equivalent of like the N-word. Like, bruh. And we're supposed to believe that this man is quote unquote black just because he might have some Nubian ancestry from Sudan, even though he looks Arab. His name is Arabic. I've literally seen Yemenis that look the exact same as this man. I showed my Lebanese friend what he looks like. I showed some of my other Middle Eastern friends what he looks like. They literally told me he looks like the average Arab from Saudi Arabia possibly, which makes sense because quite a few of the Arab tribes in Sudan literally originated from Yemen and Saudi Arabia. So why is this degenerate individual, however you might perceive him, whether positively or negatively, he's still a degenerate? Why is he getting grouped with American blacks whenever he don't even consider y'all the same as him, and all he does is criticize American blacks heavily?
Exactly, and this is what people are talking about. This shit right here. Like I don't even watch dudes.
This short out here, so you got
like at all. At to the wait, hold on, where we at? Okay, yeah.
Hey, it's one autonomous black man, and yes, I'm back again to drop another jewel and nugget for the fam. Yo, what's up? Hey, I noticed we got this Black History thing down, right?
He said Myron the cop.
You know. And that was wonderful. But now it's time to go ahead and dive in some more. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't just let people co-op our shit, right? Because if Black History Month was for the Black Americans who fought to get history acknowledged for everybody else who claim to be black. See, this is the thing about being black. See, we made it cool to be black, the color thing, because there was racism and it still is. You got a lot of people running around here calling us the racists now because we're delineating from other folk who claim to be a part of our group of blacks. Now, the diaspora has their own way of moving, and I ain't got no issue with them for that. I just don't like it when you come over here to my country and try to tell me and my people how we supposed to behave or what the way y'all think about us, as if y'all have the right to do that. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. Okay? We ain't here for that foolishness. What we're trying to do is something that we've always tried to do. It's just keep it clear and keep it respectful. But the problem is you can't keep it clear and respectful because there's people out here want to muddy it up and keep it blurry so that they can go ahead and fit in too. Because if you squint with one eye and close the other one, now everybody look black. Man, get out of here. Because that's really what it is. So what I'm going to need for y'all to do now is if you black and you're a part of the FBA community or the Solon community or the ADOS community, just stay on code, y'all. Like, listen, we can see who they are based off of what they're doing and how they're talking. Listen, every time I go online and I see these little discords that they have, they want to talk about us in so many different ways. They call us so many different names. But you see,
man,
they're upset because we just said, no, you can't just claim us no more. If you're going to claim us, you should be supporting us too. See, the problem is we'll get all these black cultures coming over here from all over the diaspora, right? They'll come in here, get loans and all those things. And I don't care about that because I think whatever you come and get it. That's yours. Get it. Now, I just don't like it when you start talking bad about the people who were born and raised here who, and the resources that you guys are using was meant for them or meant for us. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to need the fam to go ahead and check these fools at the door, make sure that they
gotta talk
know
to nobody.
we ain't taking
Like,
that foolishness, because we understand that there is a difference. And every time we try to point out those differences,
I fucking gotta talk to nobody. I ain't gotta talk to y'all. Like, people be weird. You feel me? Like, but you don't talk because you already know. You know what a lot of them be talking about. You feel me? We are onto something, and they know it, and they scared. Exactly. And that's what I believe it is. It's like, they said we couldn't come together. This is what's always been said. You know, we out there, pow pow. We out there doing all this stuff to each other. Soon as we come together, though, it's like, oh, wait, hold on. Got the whole world shook. The whole world. Everybody talking about this. Lets you know, man.
we get
powerful
pushback because, they don't want us to claim the difference. They want us to accept all the same stuff. So that's what's really bothering me about this whole ordeal. It's like, okay, delineation is a must for my people, because if not, everybody gets to claim to be my people, and they're not. Because I don't see y'all supporting none of our businesses, and there's a lot of them, and that's another thing, fam. If they ain't part of the community, man, we got to start spending our money with us, all right? And I ain't saying you can't go spend your money with the rest of the folk. You should, share the wealth. But the problem is, I think we need to start spending our money with us first, all right? Instead of just running around. And we got to stop this hate that we have within the community, okay? So me as an FBA, I'm not going to hate on the Solon. Nope, I won't. I'm not going to hate on the ADOS folk. I'm not. You know why? Because they all have the same vision, different. Like, it's the same vision. We all
same vision. He said FBA blind lineage system. Celebrities already sold their souls. Okay, it's crazy, right? I like okay, like, bro. This is the part that gets me, right? Is when people say celebrities sold they soul. Okay, let's say, right? Let me put it like this, right? When the celebrity chose their contract and they wrote it out, that contract had certain things that they had to do and be as a celebrity. So if you got a job right now, you sold your soul also. Because in your contract at your job, when you sign it, there's do's and there's don'ts. And you have to follow the rules of that system that you gave your soul to, which is your body, to. You have to follow the rules of that system. Now, just because a celebrity sold theirs for a higher pay than yours, maybe you just need to step yours up. You feel me? Because you sold your shit too. And like a lot of us would just be moving boxes at Walmart. You feel me? Or flipping burgers somewhere. You feel me? It's the same thing, bro. So I don't understand why people always try to make it seem like, they sold. No, nigga, they just wrote their name on a contract that made more money than what yours is making. And every day you get your soul up and you take it down there to that job, UPS, you feel me, Burger King, Taco Bell, it don't matter. You get it up every morning and you go and you do exactly what they're doing, except they just don't have this. They don't do what you do. They don't go to work and flip burgers. They make music. They do movies. They do all other type of shit that's outside of what you doing, but you sold your soul for a smaller price. That's it. And I'm just being real, bro. You feel me? How is that not the same? How is that not the same? You're telling me it's not the same. Okay. So celebrities that go to celebrity parties, you feel me, and different things like that. At your job, they don't have cookouts. Like, you feel me? They don't have special days at your job to where they get everybody together and they say, we're going to barbecue and it's only for everybody at the job. They don't have special events for your job to where you go to and it's only people that work at your job. Like, you feel me? People we come up with shit and we just throw it out there because you will be jealous of what they're doing. Like, you feel me? We'll be hating on what they doing. Like, this is what's wrong with us. But it's like you sold your soul for a lesser price. You sold your soul for $19.85. You feel me? And you be mad when you gotta get there and you gotta move them boxes and you gotta flip them burgers or you gotta do all that stuff. You be mad that you gotta get up every morning and go and do that stuff. You feel me? They just signed up for something they like, and a lot of us, we just didn't. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. You feel me?
The same stuff. We're going through the same
pizza
thing.
party,
and we're all in this country just trying to get respect out of this country from the people who've been disrespecting us by allowing
that's just crazy, bro.
Outside of this country to come in and just take spots without making sure that we get ours. Now, like I said, I don't have no issue with anybody getting their money, you know, but I do have a problem when me and my people are trying to get our money, y'all trying to get involved, like y'all deserve to get impeached. You don't. You can't get American reparations from America if your family has not been affected directly by the slave trade that went on here.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. If once we come for that, remember it was a slave trade, which means they traded slaves for trinkets. They've traded slaves for trinkets. Okay? Just understand that. So while your family was able to come over here after my family fought for the rights to learn something, to read something, to educate ourselves, and all these different things, right? We got opportunities right now. And so do y'all. All because of what my family and other families like mine here on this soil fought for. So before y'all was able to learn how to read, think about it. Go back in time and look at where y'all were before you knew how to read. Okay, and you can see it. So if we're the ones that fought for you to be able to read and go to school, right? To pick up real knowledge, right? Don't y'all owe us something for that? Oh, no, y'all didn't. Oh, right. You want to say that our ancestors. That's right. Our ancestors did that, which means everybody that came after the fact benefited from the ancestors that I come from and that a lot of us come from.
Yeah,
so
they benefited from a lot of our ancestors. But yeah, you said like you agree as long as they not in them files. If they are that, it's a different type of diabolical. But like if you think about it, bro, you think people like people that are in those files, you think those type of people are not working regular jobs also? You think it ain't one of those at a fast food restaurant, at the bus driving place? Like if you go on your phone and you look up, I forgot what it was, but they got an app to where you can look at all the predators in your area. If you go on your phone, I guarantee you it's predators all up and down your block, all around your area that you probably don't even know about. Like that's the crazy thing, bro. Like when it comes to people, it's just not one kind of people that does that. That shit happens throughout the whole planet. You feel me? So it's not just one type of people who do that. It'll be somebody that might be your best friend, but every day they going down there to register as a sex offender, and you don't even know it because they're not telling you. But now they got apps where you can look it up and you can actually see, bro. Like that's the crazy thing about it. So like, it feels good to be able to point the finger, but I'm telling you, you look in your area, look in your space. You're going to see somebody and you're going to be like, man, I seen a dude, like when I seen a dude, when I was going to pick up my kids from elementary school, I'm watching this dude go and pick up kids from elementary school, and he's not even supposed to be around kids. And I'm going, like, what the hell, bro? Like, this should be hella crazy,
As
bro.
a foundational Black American, listen, I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't hating on y'all. I want y'all to get things together. But the problem I'm having is y'all sitting there trying to come in the front of the line when it comes to us getting our reparations and restitution. That's right. And the reparations for the slave trade, we need them from both sides. So Africa, we're going to need y'all to run that money in too, because y'all sold y'all enemies. That y'all want to act like y'all brothers. Man, get out of here.
Wow.
See, this is why it
So
don't make no
the
sense. For
enemies.
everybody who was snatched from that
Yeah, the
land
offender registry.
and brought over to the Americas, y'all owe every one of them because y'all shouldn't have let them take them. But we know why y'all let them take them, because y'all wanted what we had there too. Now see, and we can break that down. So if you let people come to your land and only take the people that you didn't want to keep, you didn't want to hold on to, you didn't want to be a part of your crew, and now you want us to let y'all come over here and do that when some of them was brought over here? Come on, man. Y'all really fool for most of this
Ashley.
stuff. So 365 days of Black history, 365 days of FBA history, 365 days of Solon history, 365 days of ADOS history, which means this is all about us. Yeah, now that we can see who's with us and who's against us, because the ones that's against us, they're telling everything. They running their mouth. Just watch them. Look at your Umar dude, Dr. Umar. Look at him. He ain't with us. He never has been.
He's not.
And he thinks he's fighting the white people. Listen, they're getting their reckoning. God said it for his people. So anybody who actually believes in God, they're going to know that soon enough, the reckoning is going to happen. So repentance is
It's wild, bro, because I feel like us as Black people, bro, we don't have to fight nobody. We don't even got to fight. We just call them out on their bullshit. And then they want to fight. You feel me? They get mad because we calling them out on their bullshit. It's like, bro, you feel me? You've been bullshitting me for hella years, and I ain't say nothing at first. You feel me? Because I thought we was gonna one day be cool, but now it's like, damn, calling them out, and it's like people just getting mad about that shit. They don't like that shit, bro. When they know, like, claim to be Black, but you know, like, until some shit really jump off. You feel me? This shit is weird.
Black Americans,
but we
listen to me.
We get it.
I'm going to say this once and 1,000 more times. These particular people, they open up audio rooms on TikTok, Instagram, do live streams and whatever, and they start having this particular conversation. Stop interacting with their rooms. They're only doing that so they can actually get into the Black American For You page or Black American market. They're trying to get into the American market. That's all they're trying to do. It's the only niche, the only target, the only talking point that they do. Some people will sit down and look at me and say, well, that's what you do. You only do. No. If you watch my YouTube videos, majority of every single video that starts when it comes to Black people or African people or Caribbean people, it's them asking me this situation. I don't bring these topics up. It's not my fault that I know the history on these particular things, especially when people keep asking me the same 3-4 questions over and over with this pompous, narcissistic ass mentality, and then I hit them with the facts. Now they look stupid. It's not my fault that I'm always correct if I keep getting the same questions over and over. It doesn't make sense. Again, and you ask me about my history, my culture, my lineage. This is where I'm from. I know what I'm talking about.
They don't like that, bro. They don't.
And the major division is between, let's say, Black Americans and Africans right now.
So generally, Black Americans, not until recently, Black Americans have been the biggest supporters of the progress of Africa, for Africa to be able to do well. They have always been. When people come out of Africa, when a particular person, say in any capacity, trying to make a difference, Black Americans have always amplified such individuals. Even as recently as the young man from Burkina Faso, you can clearly see if you go to IG, it was Black Americans trying to give a voice. Most Africans, especially the ones that live in diaspora, don't give a damn. So Black Americans have always been at the forefront of trying to get Africa work. All right, they were the inspiration that gave rise to the independence in Africa. It was their leaders that inspired all the Kwame Nkrumah, all the people that you see revolted in their various places. It was Black Americans' inspiration. Now, So, because why did Black Americans do that? They felt that these people who share the same melanin, because it is only normal, it's only reasonable to say, hey, these ones that belong on the other continent that share the same melanin, it's only normal to say, hey, you're not doing so well. I want to encourage you to do well. Now they began to inspire Africa. They began to all the fights that they fought in America was to ensure that Africa can at least find way to come and become a natural allies with them. Those were the vision. But at the end of the day, you see people coming over to the America rather than being natural allies to these people that supported you, that gave you light. You became adversary to them. You joined the real enemy. You want to please the enemy against them. So that this is the origin of the animosity. And even as far back as 10, 15 years ago, Black Americans were not showing their discontent towards African. They were not. It was only recently, because Africans became far more emboldened in their assertiveness. They became quite insulting. They became quite abusive. They became condescending. Imagine coming into a space, disrespecting the natives, trying to please the real enemy, joining them, thinking is a competition. This was what resulted to them. They began to speak up because the thing became too much, and then they had to. Anybody it became so obvious that anybody would clearly see it.
Salute.
Then they began to speak up. So the idea of delineation has to happen, because clearly people who are supposed to be natural allies are joining the enemy. So why wouldn't you delineate with them, delineate from them? So they don't understand alliance. It doesn't make sense to them. None of this makes sense to them. So the idea of alliance became a thing, and it has to happen, because that's the only way people can now begin to take accountability. That's the only way accountability can step in. Because without delineation, you can see somebody who is from Somalia. He'll be saying, oh, you're punishing me. You're trying to send me out of America because I am black. No, you're not. You are Somalian. You committed fraud. You came in with nothing. You're stealing everything. Now you're trying to say you're black. Just to run behind it, and then have all of us as a target. No, you are the target. You caused the problem. So these are some of the things that we must critically look at. Delineation is very, very, very important. That way we can see what each group is bringing to the table. Not using other people's identity, running behind other people's identity to act like, because most of these people, when they come back home here on the continent, they begin to call themselves Black Americans. Some of them pose, they try to look down upon some of us. Because these are some of it. That's why we need delineation, so that you know who you are right from the onset. So that you if you can't do something to improve where you come from, then the shame is upon you. Then that is what we want. We need delineation. Very, very important. Thank you.
All right, my next.
You can't. He's spitting facts, and he not even FBA, but he's telling the truth. Like, you gotta look. You gotta fall upon your own shit. You can't just go and then come back, say you black, and then get our shit. You feel me? No, we need delineation, which it's happening.
See, this is why we are delineating as FBA, because not only we want our accomplishments recognized by us foundational Black Americans or foundational Indigenous Americans, we also need to be disassociated with other people who come into this country bringing their own violence. Yes, we have our own problems, but we don't need to pile it on.
Man,
the problem is when they say black, they include everything. Just like when they give statistics about Black people getting jobs or getting benefits or getting help, when you include immigrants, that leaves out the Black the foundational Black Americans, that leaves out the foundational Indigenous Americans, that leaves out so on people to be included, and we're not getting all these benefits, and we're not committing all these crimes. Delineation is a must. I'm just sorry. It is.
Hey, that's real. What she said right here, like keep minding your own business. You feel me? Your own black business. They trying to guilt us. You feel me? It's not gonna happen though. It's not gonna happen. It's not.
The foundation.
No, I
Everybody
ain't
else
hearing
talking
her.
about this was a bad Black History Month. I think this Black History Month was lit. It's brought a lot of awareness to the fact that they were trying to erase us. The ancestors exposed a lot of people who needed to be exposed. And I just love the way that we just been putting belt to ass with anybody who disrespects us. I feel like it was time for us to come together collectively like this. It feels more unified. Everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
The Atlantic ain't just more the fucking bodies, nigga. Of reorganized populations. Yoruba, Igbo, Congo, Mande, different nations, different languages, different fucking cosmologies collapse into one cargo category. Negro. After 1808, the external pipeline slowed. No mass reinforcements from Africa. Population reproduced internally, mixed under force.
Look, as a whole, the person that's working the 9 to 5, yes, they do, bro. How don't do you hear what you saying? You okay. Do you hear what you're saying? The guy working the 9 to 5 don't influence people. Yes, they do. How don't they? They're working, selling somebody else's products. You in McDonald's working, selling some shit that's not even good for people that the CEO of McDonald's don't even like. As a whole, working there, selling that food to our people. How is it not? You're working for other companies that are selling stuff to our people that is not good for us. You feel me? How is it not, bro? Come on now. Because when they come together, when you got, 10,000 black people working at McDonald's, selling McDonald's to us, you feel me? How isn't it? Think about what you're saying, man. Bro, really think about what you're saying. Don't just say something because, you thought about it for a little bit and then, you have to throw it in there. And then, black celebrities, immigrants in the boule is the problem. Man, come on, bro. I just went through this. And I said, a lot of people be mad because they sold for a little bit more. When you go to work, whatever job, whether you working at Target, Walmart, or whatever there's things that you cannot do there. You know it. You can't do. There's things you can't say. There's a certain way you got to speak. There's a certain way you got to dress. You can't just step in there dressed in regular clothes. You can't do that. You can't do that. Ain't nobody watching the burger guy. Everybody's watching the burger guy. You watching the burger guy every time you go in there and you buy something. The burger guy, McDonald's making more money than celebrities is making. What do you mean? Think about that. They're making way more money than what celebrities are making, and they got us in they commercials with a smile on our face, handing out them burgers. You feel me? I'm not saying the job is not a hustle. That's not what I'm saying. You don't think rap music and being in that business is not a hustle? You're comparing selling weed to selling cocaine to selling crack. You feel me? The weed man is say, man, I wouldn't sell coke. You feel me? But you think the person that's selling keys of coke can compare itself to the person that's out there selling zips of weed? No comparison. No comparison. None whatsoever, bro. None. You cannot, if you selling zips and eighths and quarters, you cannot compare yourself to somebody that's out there selling keys of cocaine. One key is gonna go for $18.5. You feel me? It's probably higher now, but I remember it was $18.5. I don't know how I know that. I'm just saying, I know. A pound, you're gonna get a pound of weed. What, a pound of weed is fucking $2,000. Now you can get a pound of weed for $600-$700 here in California. Weed went down. I bet you cocaine didn't go down. I bet you a brick is probably $20K now, maybe $25. You can't compare the two. So that's the same of trying to compare somebody that's making money in the industry because you didn't make it over there. Now your hustle had to be working. I'm just saying.
Your
You gotta
being
understand
through force, coercion.
But I'll be mad too if
Or we
somebody
was
was
taught to
making
be
millions and I
African.
was working like $22,
Ethnic
$13
distinctions,
an hour.
that shit flatten. You understand? The human ethnic distinctions flatten.
Exactly.
Science and generations of history makes us our own kind, nigga. Chain flow restricted by geography and caste law. It's population restructuring. Not a new species. Not a new species.
Man.
A new diaspora
it
formation.
for a second.
That's how ethnogenesis begins. And anti-literacy laws, the intellectual chokehold. The major variable in the equation. Multiple southern states made it illegal for niggas to read.
Man.
The state even beat crackers. Flogged the motherfuckers in the streets. Teaching niggas to read. The state hated the white flesh that ain't contain that white spirit as much as they hated niggas. But still, the flesh lessened the penalty, and that was state policy. But literacy is power, man.
I know this music gonna mess up my whole video, even though he talking some real shit though, bro. That should be wild, bro.
Safety standards to remove content that is in clear violation of their platform related legal language. I would argue that that person that we heard from in the tape would be somebody, if they were doing this over social media, for instance, that should have their account removed, for instance, as an example. That's one way you try to potentially de-amplify the spreading of hatred. That's not the government's job, though, in the United States. That's the job of the TikToks, the Metas, and the YouTubes of the world.
And here's the thing, right? And just very quickly, because I know your battery, Jason.
Yeah, get low.
For example, if that individual had said that, had directed those comments to a senator or a lawmaker, it would be different, though, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. If it was like a named individual, a specific name, and it doesn't have to be a person of great power, like a senator or a president. They could name me by name, something along those lines. I'm going to carry out some kind of targeted assassination against Jason in my last name. That would be potentially something that law enforcement would have to investigate, because it's very specific against an individual safety.
That's wild, bro. You talking about you gonna call the police? You gonna get the FBI or somebody influenced because people said, "Hey, we don't want to fuck with you no more."
Listen to this African man pleading, was it Tashi? I think that's his name. Pleading him for us to come together, you know, and they need us and all this other stuff. But online, you see a whole bunch of them making fun of us and said that, oh, they come to this country, they work hard, they ain't have nothing, and what's wrong with us? And as soon as they find out that we can't get deported, and Donald Trump coming after them, then they want to be black and be on our side. Hell no, FBA. I'm gonna play this video.
He said, "Hell no, FBA."
It's just that
trying to hear that shit. Say what you want.
Sometimes, because we feel like we're being left behind. Maybe delineation is not that good for us Africans. That's how people see it. Like,
right.
You know,
it shouldn't be like that, and that's
it's a threat. It's a threat to us.
It shouldn't
Surely.
be, because the people delineate from us.
But it wasn't like this in the past, like 10, 20 years
Nah, it's
ago.
trying to change. Of course, it ain't like it wasn't like that.
Delineating, even Africans themselves.
They let us go.
Really mean anything without power. That's the problem, right? if it didn't mean nothing, it wouldn't be spread all the way across the globe. Like, think about that. If it didn't mean nothing, everybody wouldn't be talking about it. You wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't mean nothing. It means a lot. It means a lot. That's why people are hurt by it right now. That's why people are saying things like that. Like, y'all don't got a voice. Yeah, okay. All right. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking this shit don't mean nothing. You're seeing it right now that it means a lot. You're seeing it. It's unfolded.
Many Africans, Somalians, and Ethiopians.
They look at us like another tribe.
We ain't
not black.
We're Somalian. We ain't black. We're Ethiopian.
Yeah.
We ain't black. We're Nigerian. They would tell us that, and we're like, okay.
Exactly. We doing what they say.
Man,
y'all
ain't black.
Coming up with little names like the beads.
We FBA Foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that. We let it.
I think hotter means the N word in our language.
A while, we say, you know what? A lot of these folks are getting into political positions where they're undermining us.
Yeah.
Instead of just
I've been
saying
noticing that for a minute.
Say, okay, we don't have to start getting a head count on who's who, who's down.
Yeah, if you don't do nothing for us, you gotta go. We ain't going for that no more.
Some proper straightening. That's a
But
it's a spiritual war. We pushing it.
Delineating, and
we changing all that mindset.
Is doing the same thing. They're coming after us. Donald Trump.
We need to go on too long.
Are scared. So now Black Americans are doing their own thing.
We'll have to.
Hoping that they would be standing up for us.
Nope. We ain't gonna go 80, 100 years. Nope. We ain't doing that.
We don't know what to do now.
Learn.
Told people, cats should have really checked themselves with the disrespect.
So how about we have a restart, man? Black Americans and Black immigrants.
ain't no restart.
Start a new contract. We put
this man looks serious.
Just have a fresh start. Respect each other. Respect each other's cultures. Work together.
Nah, y'all respect us. We've been respecting y'all.
Let's try to work on that. I'm ready for that.
Well, the thing is, man, it's gonna have to start back in the homeland. It has to start there, because a lot of people bring over the same tribalistic disposition that they had over there.
Same mentality.
Here, and they look at us as just
try to change us. They don't try to adapt to us.
And that's not going to work.
It don't happen no more.
I said this. I said, how's it gonna work? You feel me? Yo, you like, this is the thing, bro. We never had a problem with Africans. We, like, back in the days, that used to be our thing. You feel me? Africa. We loved Africa. We loved the people of Africa. We didn't know they didn't like us. I never knew it until, now you're seeing it. You're hearing them say, because, social media now and all this stuff. Look, let's go back to what
guys can hear these brothers standing on bed.
Let me see. Let's go back to what Trey Daddy said.
I'm trying to figure out how Afro get in front of my mother race. I ain't never been to Afro color. I never been to Africa. Afro or Africa. Never been there. I'm not from Africa. I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City, in the Poker Bean Project. Ain't never went to Africa. Ain't thinking about going there. And I heard it's a beautiful place. Yes. And I know it's the motherland. Yes. But not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land. America, real true land is right here in the U.S. soil. My mama can't tell me not one story about Africa.
Not
my
one.
grandma ain't never tell me one story about no Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. All I know is all the African people I know and run into, they think they better than us over here. So what you worry about me saying that I'm not African? I'm just American. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, we're American Indians.
Got a problem? Fuck your podcast. Fuck your show. Don't bring my name up. I don't know you, so I'm not bringing you. I'm still not saying you. Exactly. What you mean? This show says you talking about. You got my name in your mouth. Both of you look alike. And I'm with the shit. I don't care how old I am. We about the same age. Oh, y'all, Africa this. Ain't there one of you trying to go back to Africa?
They sure had an amazing senior year.
Who trying to go back to Africa? Everybody come over here to America, talk about, because back at home, because back in my country, take your back to your country. I'm from America.
hey, take him. He called for that, but he just being real. I'm just saying. Like, one more time. It was here, Cameron.
I'd rather feeling black than African American. Because Africans don't even fuck with us.
Wow.
Because they don't.
And Americans do?
Well, you're American, Mace. You're born American. When you go to the Olympics, and when I say African American, you go over there, they call us Yankees and all that. They fuck with us, but we're not from the motherland. We're from America. So I'd rather say I'm a black American. When we go to the Olympics,
it's crazy because I always said that. I said, like, even when I was young, bro, like every black person that's here that's black American, or we can say FBA, whatever you want to say, when we were younger, we had friends. We had friends that we actually couldn't go to their house because their parents didn't like black people. Like, people had African friends that couldn't go to their African friend's house because their parents didn't like black people. And like, they'll tell you, hey, I would take you to the house, you feel me, but you're going to have to hold on, wait right here. I'm going to run home and I'll be right back because, you feel me, my parents, they don't fuck with black people. They don't even like me hanging around black people. Like, think about that. Like, with Indians, you feel me? Like, even sometimes Mexicans, like, they don't want they females even messing with black dudes. Like, it happened, but still, though, this was a lot of our life right here. It's like you couldn't even, like, this your partner you hang out with every day, but you can't go to his house because his parents, his uncles, his aunties, his grandparents don't like black people. And I'm talking about black Americans. Because if you was African, you feel me, you was welcome. But if you was black American, oh, no, we're not having that. I told you, I went to one of my friend's house. His parents got mad in the motherfucker. His mama came home, was cussing him out. Like, got this black dude here. Like, what you doing? Why you even got him over here, even in the yard? I wasn't even in the house. I was standing in the yard waiting. We chopping it up. So I'm just saying, but that's just what it is, bro. That's what it is. Now, when we stop fucking with people, it's like
African Americans, and then yet
we the problem.
disrespects them. GPS is a black woman. Well, 3D imaging is a black woman. Laser eye surgery is a black woman. Escalators a black inventor. Elevators a black inventor. The roller coaster, the cell phone, our video games is Jerry Lawson,
exactly.
Mary Van Brighton. In 1966, she invented the home security. You're talking about open heart surgery, Daniel Hale, plasma, Charles Drew. We can keep going. Surgical equipment. Black people inventing, just constantly inventing, and they took everything and lied. And black people are still thriving. Black women have the highest degrees in America. These are the same women that were operated on with no anesthesia, but they're #1 in academics. Atrocities that African Americans have been through, I'm surprised we are this peaceful. Everybody around African Americans, and then yet
the hotel. Dang, bro, that's crazy.
Move out. We are taking over. Go cry to master. Black Americans, I want y'all to understand why delineation is the best thing ever that we are doing. Essence Festival showed the world that we are delineating from these people. They can't get nothing popping in America without tethering on to us. They just can't. They can't do it. I'm sorry, they just can't do it. It's a reason why things are happening to them. It's a reason why, if y'all ever watch these deportation videos where Africans got to go back to their homeland, oh, they boo-hooing crying. They boo-hooing and crying. They do not want to go back. Don't let these people trick you into thinking like, hey, we Pan-Africanism. I'm going to get to that too. But hey, y'all should go back to Africa. It's beautiful out here. We got culture and blah, 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 and all that. Why they not going back? They want to replace us here in America. They want to down talk America, but uplift Africa. But if you really think about it, ain't nothing popping in Africa. Y'all seen videos of black Americans going out there trying to help? They getting unalived out there.
I said that. I told you.
There ain't nothing positive to go out there.
I told you.
I've been there before. You land in Lagos in Nigeria or whatever. As soon as you get out there, it's a shakedown. It's a shakedown. You can't even just walk through the airport without 50 people begging you for money, begging you to pay this, pay that. You got even officers out there trying to scam you out of money. Why would you want to go there? How can we work with scammers like that? Huh?
Why we want to work with people like this right here?
There's a lot you just don't know.
Huh? I've been saying this since I've been on this app about these people. Not all my African brothers are like this and sisters are like this. But we got these over here that's like this over here right now. And they just wait, they just want us to leave, but they would never leave. They would never leave. And we ain't going nowhere. We don't flee. We never fled. My great-grandparents never said, America getting so bad, you know, Jim Crow, oh my God, slavery, oh my God, we getting hung from trees. I think we should run to Africa. My great-grandparents never say we're going to stay here and fight for what's ours. We don't blame the government for everything. We know what the government do. We're going to fight back against the government. We don't blame the leaders. We change the leaders. If the leaders ain't doing nothing, we're going to change them again.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Exactly.
We ain't like these people, bro. They ain't got our spirit, man. They ain't got our spirit. That's why Essence failed. That's why anything they attach themselves to fail. It goes back to movies. Movies fail. When they try to play our icons, it failed. Look at the Harriet movie. Failed. You got an African playing Harriet Tubman. It wasn't even natural. Look at it. Yeah, but anyway, y'all have a good move.
Gotta work out, y'all. Gotta work out. So listen.
This was somebody. Remember, somebody just came in and they said, you know, y'all don't own nothing. Y'all look. Why is this shit making y'all mad? Then they're admitting delineation is dangerous to them. This is what they're doing. They letting us know, hey, you can't do that.
Fam.
We need your money.
You know.
We need your power.
It's interesting, okay, to see how these foreigners, you know what I mean? Like these foreigners are finally like, look, delineation is dangerous for us, okay? You know, can we make a truce? You know, like, what? You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I mean? No. We still cool, ain't no problem. You know what I mean? No problem with you. I mean, we don't hate y'all. Like, I don't know what I'm feeling like they're starting to think we hate you. We don't hate y'all now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still our cousins. You know what I mean? On the other side. But
hey, in the chat, bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a lot of people come in that's gonna be saying a lot of different weird stuff at times. The best thing to do, bro, is ignore people. It's like, you know, it ain't even no use of throwing sticks at a motherfucker that's behind a little picture on the thing, bro. It don't even be no use, you know. Like the moderators, just get them up out of here. Let's not even do that. You feel me? Because this is like, that's what they want us to do, and it's like, for what? Like, this is what they are already doing. I was looking up this Akata meaning. What the hell, bro? I didn't know that's what that meant. Akata is a Yoruba word frequently used by Nigerians and other West Africans as a slang term for Black Americans or sometimes Black people in the diaspora. It is often considered a derogatory term or a slur, though its interpretation can range from a natural description of outsiders to a harsh insult. I fucking never knew that. I never knew that. That is wild as shit. Like, so, damn, bro, that's disrespectful. Now that's disrespectful. But okay, it's like saying the
matter is y'all are a detriment to us. You know what I mean? You've proven that you're a detriment to us. Okay, like you've proven you can't be trusted. You've proven you might just be the enemy. You know what I mean? And I know it ain't all of you. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, I always gotta put that disclaimer in there.
Haters,
I know it ain't all of you, but boy, you ones that get up enough money to get over here, y'all make sure y'all run for office.
Yeah, make sure you run for office. Yeah, but we gotta ignore the haters because you see, I'm not mad. Why they mad? Let them be mad. You feel me? Let them be mad. It just lets you know. Furthermore lets you know, okay, yeah, see, separation is needed. Okay, you know, so keep talking.
Y'all make sure your goal and your mission is to undermine what the fuck we got going on over here. You get what I'm saying? So,
foundational indemnity.
Nah, you know, no.
Black social status.
But I appreciate you letting us know, you know, that you needed to use us all this time. You know what I mean? Even though you didn't want to help us. You know, it's I'm glad you came out and said what it is. You know, true child, we real. You know what I'm saying? True child, be real. You know, but no, ain't no truth. You know what I mean? Because we had genuine love for you folks' family. That's why we advocated for y'all to get over here. That's how sorry, you feel me, we felt for y'all. You know, when we saw them bellies and shit, we was like, look, we got to get these people up out of Africa. You know what I mean? And then y'all come over here with that shit. Oh no. But we understand, you know, and it's cool. You know, it ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying? We just got to do what we got to do for our people, for ourselves. You know, we got to stand up for ourselves when we stand up for other people. That's all. We just got to learn how to put ourselves first. And y'all got to learn to do that shit too. Put yourselves first. You know what I'm saying? Quit waiting for somebody else to put you first. Put yourself first in your own continent and take your country back, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we had to do. That's what we're going to continue doing. You know what I mean? Till we back in the position of the power that we need to be in. That's all it is. Family. Sign a petition in bio, FBA all day. Peace and blessings, love.
That was very well said. She speaks very well. How they say it? She speaks very well.
Inside of my home, I'm talking to a police officer.
CPS inspection footage.
Thank you very much. So this is my home, in which they excuse me, I'm in the camera now, so I don't know if you want to appear. The CPS lady said she doesn't want to be on the camera. Okay, they said they wanted to see my kids. I can't open the door and let the kids run around so that you can yell at me for letting the kids run around. You understand that? Okay,
yeah,
so go ahead,
move forward.
Come on in. You're free to come in. Excuse me, honey. They're children. Please don't get angry. All right, my food. What is wrong with my food? Why is the camera on my food?
Gotta make sure that you have food.
Okay, the food is in front of you, and I will open my fridge. I do not know you. Give me a second. You have to slow down. My fridge, my sink, the bathroom is in the back. Okay, take a second. Excuse me, honey. There's people. Back up. Back up. This is mess because it's an efficiency, so therefore the kids need activity to be, you know, activity.
This is not very safe, and
that's safe. This is mushroom. This is mushroom. This is cereal. You know why I have the box of cereal out here? And you know, in the backyard there's a playground, and there's sun in the backyard, and I am a broke mom, single mom, in which I can already right there. On the floor.
Right where?
Please come check the bed. Come, please.
What the fuck did I pop into? They sleep where? They sleep, man. If they don't just rush in that house and just snatch everybody up out that house, bro.
Right there, on the floor.
That is dirty.
Look at that. That is dirty. You saying that's where the kids sleep at? Why? Bro, hell no.
The bed is fine.
The bed is dirty.
Please come check the bed. Please come check the bed.
No, don't go check the bed.
Please bring your tools, because you just called me dirty and you just called me a horrible mother. Please get inside my home. Please get inside my home. You just called me dirty and a horrible mother on a Monday morning or Saturday, whatever it is. The shower over here, because I'm Haitian and we don't shower the way you shower. Please hold yourself. So therefore, we shower right there outside underneath the sun. And we
wait, what? What the fuck did she just say?
Because I'm Haitian and we don't shower the way you shower. Please hold yourself. So therefore,
what the fuck did she just say? Let me hear that one more time.
Saturday, whatever it is.
Where did they shower?
The shower over here, because I'm Haitian and we don't shower the way you shower. Please hold yourself. So therefore, we shower right there outside underneath the sun.
Bruh.
And we have pool days and outside days and toys in the water. And then there's a trampoline in the back. And what we do, army training. No, we don't use the shower.
That trampoline. What about that trash?
Because I'm Haitian and I shower outside. Where the box of food in which they lie, that's where they play because they're children.
Okay, I'm gonna step outside and call my
Go ahead,
supervisor.
step outside, call your supervisor, and I'll get my video ready again.
Are the children not in daycare?
No, they're not in daycare. They're with me in my efficiency home with a playground in the backyard and a box of food outside where we shower outside. Please don't call your supervisor. Make it quick. I don't have all day, nor do I have all morning. Let me close the door for you. Please close the gate if you can. I can do that for you guys.
She shouldn't even recorded that shit. She shouldn't. She recorded her own mess. She shouldn't even recorded that shit, bro. That's
One cup of, if you was making sweet potatoes, do you put 1 cup of water or do you put 2 cups of water?
What kind of sweet potatoes?
Sweet potatoes, candy yams.
Candy yams. How much sweet potatoes am I making? Feed how many? Cooking channel? Feed how many people?
1 cup of water, 2 cups of water.
No, it's not because she Haitian. I know that.
It doesn't matter?
1 cup of water, 2 cups.
It's because she just dirty as fuck.
I'm not African American, so I don't know y'all culture. But if I were to make it, oh shit, 2
Sweet potatoes, you don't put no water in it.
Okay.
I'm not the pass.
Wait, so
you want to steal?
So y'all both gonna walk away? You gonna walk? Okay.
Yeah. That's slave food. I don't do that, babe. I'm not a slave. I was never a slave. I don't know how slaves cook.
Wow, you see how everybody looked at it, bitch? What you say? What the fuck? This how they be talking?
So y'all both gonna walk away? You gonna walk? Okay.
Yeah. That's slave food. I don't do that, babe. I'm not a slave. I was never a slave. I don't know how slaves cook.
I need smoke.
I know where my grandfather came from, my great grandfather, and where all their ass came from. Your ass don't.
1 cup of.
What the hell, bro? That's like, damn, that's how you feel? All he said was, like, you can't cook no yams. I don't want to fuck with you. Like that, but this is what I'm saying. Like, with everybody doing this delineation, this is what's basically happening. He said, let's see, damn, wait, hold on, my bad. Oh, we pay taxes for this? I need to let you pop in on the live.
What does FBA delineation mean to you? Well, you know that Black Americans make up 14% of the population, and they say commit over 60% of the crimes. But what about the number of 85% of exonerations is Black Americans? So that means out of all them numbers, 85% is found not guilty, like convicted, but then go back and say, well, they didn't really do it. What does that suggest? That suggests that a lot of the numbers are screwed to benefit other people. And not just that, the nigga did something, right? The nigga got caught with a gun. The nigga shot that person. Them people are being punished. But it's the other ones that go through the cracks where you say, huh? The ones that you're not really paying attention to. Then you get to the point where you say, all niggas is the same. All these niggas is evil. All these niggas is bad. Some of these niggas is...
Nah.
Y'all, I don't know if it's just me, but I really feel like this
Like
FBA delineation is more spiritual than we think it is. And it's not just, it's the awakening of the dry bones. It really
it's wild because I think a lot of people don't understand that part of it, the spiritual aspect of it. Because man, our spirituality been trampled on for so long to where it got our spirits down. And then whenever we create something that lift our spirits, you feel me? That's why they go against it, because it lifts us up so high to where, like I said, the whole world be paying attention, and they can't handle that shit, bro. Let me play this one more time. Oh my God, this is how I feel about it. This is how I feel.
I don't know if it's just me, but I really feel like this
all
FBA
this other shit.
delineation is more spiritual than we think it is, and it's not just, it's the awakening of the dry bones. It really is. It's not just trying to be separate and whatever people think it is on the surface. I really think it's a proof, it's a showing, it's an outer expression of an inward recognition of being different. Of like, wait a minute, wait. Like, I'm not that. I'm not that. Like, I am something different. And this whole, like, us, we're not African. It's not a rebellion against having any African ancestry. It's like, no, I'm different. Like, I'm waking up to my true identity, which I don't even know what it is yet, but there's something in me that is telling me that I'm set apart. Like there's something in me that's communicating to me who I am, and I haven't necessarily fully deciphered the message yet, but it's something that's coming through and communicating to me that I'm different. And it sounds crazy, right? Because how are you gonna say you're African American for decades or whatever, however long that was, and then all of a sudden you're not African and you standing on it, right? It sounds crazy. It looks crazy, but okay, we like, and like, well, like it is what it is now. Like, and everybody's standing on that we not African. Everybody's not even done the research or whatever to be like, no, we Afro-Indigenous. Like some people are not even coming at it from that angle. They just feel like we just feel different. I don't feel African. I don't relate. Like it's just, I feel like we're of a different people. And so when they standing on this lineage, it's deeper than just I'm
Make
American.
sure y'all hit that like button.
They don't even realize. I'm saying they, 'cause I'm talking about the ones who are doing it unconsciously, that haven't come to the knowledge of us being Judah. They don't even realize that they standing on lineage that's way deeper than they think it is. Like this standing on lineage business, like you standing on King David, the first righteous king of Israel, after God's own heart. Like you standing on that business. You standing on King Solomon, the richest, wisest man that ever lived. You standing on that business of the Messiah, right? And everybody else that it came out of Judah, fam. Till present day, all the inventions, all the entertainers, the orators, philosophers, athletes, everything that we done gave the world. Like is deeper than that. It goes from the beginning of time till now, or from Judah till now. Yeah, the scepter shall not depart from Judah. Like you standing on that lineage, whether you know it or not. Like this is deeper than just some reactive, well, we not African, we American, like leave us alone. It's like God is in the details of everything happening right now. I'm gonna do a deeper video on this, but it's so much deeper than just some surface level delineation. And then you have Tucker Carlson arguing or challenging the guy about the DNA test for the referees. Yo, like it's happening. It's so crazy. Like it's so crazy. So much is happening, but y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna do a video on this for sure. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, you know what? It's crazy, bro. Because I'm telling you, this is how I look at it. Because like I was saying, like if you see all these different religious beliefs, some of the things that they be saying be so powerful. Like I think it was something that Jesus said: if 3 or more men come together, that is church. So just think what this is when we come together, like how powerful that is on the spiritual level. That's why it's like, bro, we don't even have to argue this thing. It's nothing to argue about. All we got to do is keep telling our people, hey, look, here it is. This is what we're doing. A lot of times, we know each other, so we really don't even have to say anything. We just follow suit because we are one people. That's why we are so different. A lot of us don't have to even say anything. We know what the fuck is going on. We follow suit. You feel me? Oh, I'm in. Like if my people come together, oh yeah, I'm in. You feel me? Unity. You feel me? That's what they don't want. That's why they're gonna make it a bad thing. Anything that we do, they're gonna make it a bad thing. This is what they do. They're gonna make it into something bad. And so we'll look at each other now. They trying to have us. No, bro, we're not doing that no more. We're not accepting all labels. Black people. Like we used to.
You just stated that the SAVE Act is an attack on civil rights and is racist. Could you just explain that further? Because 76% of Black Americans support the SAVE Act, according to CNN.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, we find it racist because at the end of the day, it's targeting Black communities with a cost burden. We've been through this historically, right? Where we've been prohibited from voting because we didn't know how many bubbles were in a soap bar. And so this is just a new iteration of that, and we're very focused on defeating it.
But if 76% of Black Americans support voter ID,
I don't believe that 76%.
CNN reported it.
Well, that's
Check out the
possible.
polls.
That's possible.
Okay.
But I do not agree with it.
Well, I'm just.
Dang, said we have to get these damn tellers out of our politics ASAP. I didn't even know they got rid of Ilhan Omar. I said, damn, they dropped her. That was fast. It's wild because I never could understand how somebody from another country can come over here and jump into politics in the first place. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Dang. But no, my daughter made me forget everything I was saying. Let's just go to the next video.
Yep.
We see this one.
For a group of people who don't have a culture, y'all are really fighting for your lives to continue to attach yourselves to Black American culture.
Exactly.
Granted, a lot of y'all came in, got to know us. We're all melanated people. Some are Afro, some have lineage down the line, 10, 20, 30,000 decades ago with Black people in it. But that don't mean y'all are us. And I'm watching these lives on TikTok and I'm just looking like, yo, they're fighting for their lives.
Yeah, we can't. That's what I was talking about.
I never knew Black Americans had this much power.
We damn sure can't,
I knew, but I didn't know. And it's I'm watching these lives on TikTok and I'm just looking like, yo, they're fighting for their lives. I never knew Black Americans had this much power. I knew for their lives. I never knew Black Americans had this much power.
This is what they saying. This is what they saying. This is why they used to do shit to us, because they thought, you feel me, everybody, oh, they down, everybody else kicking them, I'm going to kick them too. They didn't realize we had this kind of power. That shit is wild.
I never knew Black Americans had this much power. I knew, but I didn't know. And it's y'all better than us, right? Y'all had y'all flags first. Y'all are this, that, and third. Y'all have y'all islands. Y'all know where y'all come from. Y'all have y'all continents. Yeah. Whatever. So why do you want to be attached to a group of lost people? That's because our culture is lit and we really are them people. Who won't want to be Black American? For real. Now that's T.
Exactly.
And they called you a racist for that?
They did. Which is actually quite interesting because I got a call from the Foundational Black American Society here in Florida who reminded me that Byron's mother is Jamaican, he is Panamanian, and they found it quite insulting in their words that he would try to claim victimhood of slavery without a single descendant of American slaves in his family.
Hey, how come everybody else can realize this though right here? They claiming the victimhood of us, and they, how come people can't see this?
I like those foundational guys.
They're so good.
Tariq Nasheed and all. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but they've got a perspective. If your family's been here 400 years, and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years. I don't know. I think that.
Hey, that is right. He said, I've been saying it. If you have less than 7 generations on any landmass, you should never be in politics on that land because it's not your land. But here, this is the thing. Us, they don't want us in there. That's why they let them in there, because they know them is going to fight with them against us. So they would let other people of even it's fucked up, bro, because even when you say Obama, you feel me, you're a Black president, it's nah, he's not black like that black. But I'm just saying, most of the ones that's in there, they're not FBA black. You feel me? They might be black, but they not FBA black. They from another country. They from somewhere else. And it's they always made that okay, but it's all right though. You feel me? Because we ain't fucking with none of them. That's it. It's been
I'll
going
listen
on
to you.
too long.
You've got a point of view that is legitimate, I think.
Yeah. And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is. And, someone rolls in from Ghana and gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of Black people. It's shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Right. That's literally a fair perspective, right.
I think.
And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating the struggle of slavery.
I totally agree.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real, right? But for
We're
Byron,
against slavery.
We're against it.
Whether it's in the, West Bank or here or anywhere. Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's group, his team, to call me and essentially our entire supporting base racists for saying that you're a slave when quite literally you took $45 million. You won't tell us what you agreed to take that money this early in a primary, which is unprecedented. You know this, how unprecedented that kind of money is in an uncontested primary until now. But secondarily, to actually go out and try to gaslight us and think that you're just one of those guys that has been here, since the early 1800s and your family was in the struggle too, you're not. And that's a very interesting term that the Foundational Black Americans, they're tethering.
No, drop the question.
Byron Donalds. They come here literally one.
Drop the question. I don't like to block nobody unless they being like hella disrespectful. But if we talking, it's different, bro. Cause like I'm not being disrespectful. Like even though I'm making these videos, you don't hear me disrespecting Africans. You don't hear me disrespecting nobody. Nobody. Not once have I came on here and I talk shit about any other race or anybody that we're just saying we cutting off ties. You feel me? Unless they showing something and we like kind of laugh at it. I'm not being disrespectful. I never have. That's not me. I don't have to be disrespectful. People, show their real colors just by me keep saying, hey, we just not fucking with y'all. People kind of show their real colors. So you're like, yeah, shoot your question, bro. Shoot that shit. Shoot that shit. I don't be ducking or dodging nothing, bro. You feel me? I done been shot at too many times in real life. You think I'm going to be dodging some motherfucking words? The fuck I look like? You feel me? I ain't dodging no words. So you feel me? Want all the smoke just like a vape pen. You feel me? Let's see. Here go right here. It's a celebrity contract. Is it the same as a person who work in Walmart, Home Depot, on law firm, and contract C? You are under contract not to do anything to uplift the black community. It's a, oh my God, bro, it's a contract. A contract is a contract. You feel me? When you go up under contract, whether it's for a job or whether you in the industry, just because you in the industry, see, this is the problem, right? That is their job. Just like our job is to go, like mine was a bus driver. That's my job. I don't go to my job and I talk politics and talk all that stuff. I don't do that when I'm on the job. So their job is to be an actor, be a rapper, be a singer, whatever it is they're doing, right? Now, think about that. Whenever they go on the side and go on their TikTok or they go on their Instagram and they actually say something political or that has anything to do with what's going on in the world, what happens? Everybody talks shit about them because don't nobody want to fucking hear. Just because you got a dope rap song don't mean I want to hear you talk about what's going on in politics. What the fuck? Like you not no politician. You feel me? I don't want to hear you talk about none of that shit. I just want you to keep being a good rapper. I want you to do your job. Just like when I come in and they cooking my burger, if I'm ordering a burger, I don't want to hear this motherfucker talk about politics or talk about FBA or nothing about that. Nigga, cook my burger and put it in the wrapper and get the shit to me. I'm just saying, cook my shit, give it to me. Keep rapping, keep acting, do that. You feel me? Because soon as you start speaking, this is what mess up their career. It's when they start trying to talk politics and start to jump into things. This mess up, it fucks up their whole career. If you go look at the industry right now, a lot of ones that came out and tried to speak on shit, like even from Muhammad Ali all the way down to Nicki Minaj. I mean, soon as they start jumping into business that's going on in the world, that's when the problem starts. That's when their career downfalls. Like, keep making your music. Keep doing that shit. Keep acting. You feel me? Don't speak on this shit. It's not your place. It's your place to just be an actor. Like, period, point blank. You feel me? And a lot of them, we don't want to hear that shit because a lot of them don't really stand by us. You feel me? Like, period. Like I know people on the job that wouldn't hang around us because, we be talking, we be doing all the stuff, and like they'll just act like they don't even know us. They'll pass us up because they don't want to affiliate with us because they're thinking that, well, one day one of them gonna get fired. I ain't trying to be in that position. You feel me? It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing, but it's hard to see because we didn't already built up. We didn't already built up a certain we built up something to block that, to see that it's the same. We block that out because we look up to them. We look up to them. Like think about this, right? You'll look up to Snoop Dogg more than you look up to your brother that's standing next to you. You'll listen to what the fuck Snoop Dogg say before you listen to your brother that grew up in the house that you grew up in. You feel me? You'll listen to Beyonce and what she got to say about politics and shit before you listen to your mother or your father or somebody that's been here that's been close to you your whole life. So that shit is weird to me. That shit is weird. We will listen to them before we listen to the ones that's close to us. When a lot of y'all out there know way more about shit than them. You know way more when it comes to politics, when it comes to the FBA, when it comes to, you feel me, spirituality, when it comes to a lot of these things. A lot of y'all are a lot spiritually smarter than a lot of these celebrities. You feel me? That's why they need to just stay on the job. Keep acting. We ain't trying to hear your shit. Even before I hear Snoop Dogg or Nicki Minaj, I'll listen to one of y'all. I'd rather hear one of y'all because they not into this. They so busy training to be an actor and doing all these things. They not even into this stuff. You feel me? So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But you can roll it how you want. That's how I feel about it. That's how because this the reason why I say that, because I remember when I was young and I was coming up and I always seen Oprah talking to people and shit. And the first thing I thought to myself, I said, damn, as I'm getting more into my spirituality as I got older, the people that I wanted to talk to more about spirituality was somebody like Oprah. You feel me? This is my mind frame of thinking. I'm seeing this lady talk to people. I don't know that other people are giving her the information to say. I don't know that other people are writing it down for her and they're coming up with the concept of the show or none of that. I didn't know nothing about that. All I said was, man, now that I'm stepping into my spiritual self and understanding myself, that's the person I would want to talk to about spirituality. Now I look at it, I laugh, and I go, she don't know shit. When it comes to spiritual, she don't know a goddamn thing, but I want to talk to her and get my understanding from her. I do not particularly Candace Owens. However, can this father is FBA regardless to how he speaks, she bringing on the forefront who is truly Jews, really based on research. I don't watch Candace Owens either, bro. I ain't got nothing against her. I just never watched her. You feel me? Until it's time to find a husband or wife or procreate. I'll carry on. Delineate. Hey, I ain't got to worry about that. Mine is in there, okay? I already built my foundation. So if you lucky, you better find the right one. I'm just saying. Wait, hold on. All celebrities are puppets. They lose everything if they speak out. Yeah, exactly. Just like at work, right? Like think about that. At work, if you speak on certain things at work, there's certain things you can't speak on at work also. That if you talk about, you can lose your job. We seen that too. Like now that TikTok is out, we see a lot of people say the wrong thing at work and fucking end up getting fired. It's the same thing, bro. I hate to say it. A lot of people probably ain't gonna see it, but you'll start seeing it now that I said something. You'll start seeing now that I said something. Not beating us in spiritual warfare when we are aligned with Yah. He said, my grandmother's birth certificates has Negro on them. You know what the fuck? Hey, bro, I was thinking that too, right? When I just went back like hella generations back, none of my my great grandparents or great grandparents or grandparents shit said African American. Not none of them. None of them said that. It was Negro, or it was, I forgot the other term that they had on there. Like my great grandmother she was Indian. She was black for Indian. But I never seen African American. Not once. I ain't seen it once. I just see it nowhere. No matter where I looked, I said, "Damn, bro! Like, wait, hold on. Shouldn't it say that? Shouldn't it say African? Like, you go back 3, 4 generations, it should turn into African. When you look at the birth certificate, that shit should say African American. No, it don't say that. It say Negro. It say Negro. You feel me? Some say Indian. I'm just saying. That shit is wild, bro. Let's see. I'm 52. I'm 52, and my birth certificate read Negro. I'm 51. Yeah, I'm 51, so I'm like going, yeah. Mine probably say the same thing. Let's see. He said, bro, you can't compare ordinary workers to contracts. Celebrity sell. Stop, guys. Stop. How can't you, bro? Like, oh my God, man. So what you're saying is, when you go and you fill out a job application, you saying that's not a contract? When you fill out a job application, that shit is a contract. You're obligated to do certain things for this organization that you are working for. It is a contract. When you read that contract, it say you got to dress like this. You got to wear this. If you come in and you ain't got this on, you're getting sent home. If you talk like this, you can't talk like this. You can't say these things. You can't speak about this. You feel me? It gives you your job orientation, everything you're supposed to do on the job and all that. They train you to be a robot. When you start getting into bus driving, they train you to be a robot. They train you to be a bus driver, not to be a black bus driver, not to be a father bus driver. No, they train you to become a robot. So you become a bus driver like all the other bus drivers. Now you're a robot because when you come, you gotta be like the others, because you gotta drive. There's certain things you can't say. There's certain things you can't do. You feel me? You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to have a camera. You're not supposed to have this. You can't talk to people while you're driving. You sign a contract and then they train you. They train you to be that thing. And now when you turn into that thing, you on robot mode now. Because every time you go to work and you hop in that seat, you're a fucking bus driver. You're a bus driver. You feel me? That's your persona. Now you're a robot. You feel me? Like I always do. Every time it's one of these older drivers that pass by me, and every time he passed by me on the bus, he go, "I am Roboto," and I'm like going, I never got what that meant. And then once I started seeing them, I said, "Damn, you feel me? Like, yeah, we robots." Straight robots, bro, and they train you to be that in the job, and that's what you have to be. So it's just like one of them when they get into the industry, whether they're a football player, a basketball player, they get trained to be that thing the same way as you get trained to flip burgers. We just be mad because we flipping burgers. You feel me? That's what I had a problem with, is that yes, I wish that I would have got trained to be something other than a motherfucker that was a bus driver. You feel me? But that's where I decided to go. I'm just saying. All jobs don't give offer letters. Hey, I see. I'm one of those ones who knows all that can't be fooled by anyone or anything. They say so. It's all entertainment to me. I'm only looking for my most elite people like me. Yeah, but that's wild, right? Because that's what it be. Like everything in life to me now is like entertainment. You feel me? Like period. That's all it is. A lot of it is just entertainment. It's just for entertainment purposes. Like damn near that's what life even be in itself, for yourself, because it's like, I can say this 1,000 times and people still won't understand it, is you create your likes and your dislikes in life, meaning you're creating your own reality. So you're making your dislikes and likes in life. So when you make a dislike, you go with it. You feel me? But that shit creates a whole fucking domino effect that's gonna make other dislikes because it's gonna be close to that dislike that you have. So it's like, we need to watch out what we be creating. You feel me? That's what we have to be like. As a person, as an individual, you have to be aware of what you create for yourself. Because a lot of this stuff that we take in, it just be junk mail. That's what it be. It's junk mail. And then, but that junk mail sits in our subconscious mind and it'll play itself out. Like it might be a year from now. It might be 3 days from now. It might be that's what it'll do. You feel me? And it's like, bro, you gotta be aware and you gotta be careful these days, bro. You gotta be careful because a lot of this shit be misleading. And you feel me? And it had you walk around mad all day, you feel me? Mad at the world and some more type of shit. But if you understand the wrestling business, you will understand life. That's a good one. Meet Patricia, my mom, because say color. See, Most High is fighting for us. FBAs are about to make the whole. It's all the work and entertainment, but I have to make it all work for you and entertain yourself. Yeah, that's what it is. You got to make it work for you and entertain yourself. Not just you, but your family also at the same time, bro. Like your family at the same time. Because no matter what you're doing, you can't let certain life situations affect you to the point to where it begins to affect your wife and your kids. You feel me? Like that's the thing. Like we kind of get lost in these things, and then it affects our family. It affects our kids. Like, because when it comes to family, that's your family right there. Really, a lot of people don't understand that your family is your significant other and your kids. That should always come first and foremost before anything. I don't give a fuck who. That should come first and foremost, unless you're just in a bad relationship and shit you got to get out of. That's different. But I'm just saying that should come first and foremost. You feel me? Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, I'm just saying. And like mine been good. But I got to tap out, y'all. I'm going to tap out. I'm going to take a break. You feel me? And then I'm going to be back. We're going to keep it going. I just don't know what we're going to come back with on the next video. And I'm going to try to get us in like 3 of these a day. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, man. You welcome. Like at the end, bro, I'm going to tell you, even though we listen to all this stuff, and like it have a feeling some type of way, when I leave, you see I tone it down. And I bring everybody back to here. You feel me? To be level-headed once you leave this live, so you can go and spread the love. You feel me? To the ones that need it, the ones that actually deserve it. You feel me? Instead of going out, I don't want you to walk out of here be mad at the world and shit. I want you to be feeling good. I want you to be smiling when you leave this motherfucker. That's why I always toned it down. I stop the video and go, hold on. Enough of the angry shit. We already know about this, all right? Now we need to worry about ourselves, and we need to bring the love back to ourselves, because your love is the greatest love ever. You feel me? Your love, the love that you have, is the greatest love ever. That's why we have a problem with giving our love away, because when we give it away and people trash on it, you feel me? But we have to learn to give it away and not worry about how people act. You feel me? That's how you keep control of yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing, is gaining that control of yourself and understanding that love that you have is being given, so that when you step out and somebody give you that same love back, it's a plus, because you already love yourself. So you don't need nobody else to love you. You never did. The game. That's one of the games that they play on us. Oh, you need everybody to like you. You need everybody to love you. No, the fuck I don't. I love myself enough. Now, if somebody do come and give me some love, that's a plus, added on top of the love that I already have for myself. You feel me? I'm just saying. But in all respect, I thank y'all, and you feel me, man? I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. You feel me? But yeah, we gotta leave with a smile, y'all. We gotta leave with a smile. But peace out. I'll see y'all soon.